So when chemists or scientists are finding a new thing, it's a good idea to be able to record the properties of the thing. And there are two different types of properties you can record about substances. So one is the chemical properties and the other is the physical properties. And these are a little bit similar to the things that we experience when we explore chemical changes and physical changes. So if I have a little bit of sodium here, sodium is a metal. It's here in this picture here. Its physical properties are ones which we can describe or we can experience, but we won't change it. So this sodium, it's a silvery metal. You can see it. It's the physical property. If we heat it up, it will melt. It'll melt at a little bit less than 98 degrees. It'll still be sodium, but that's when it will melt. It will boil at a little bit over 882 degrees Celsius. So if we boiled sodium into a gas, it would still be sodium. It's malleable, so it's capable of being shaped or bent or formed into a different shape, but it's still sodium. It's ductile, so it's actually easy to be pulled in or stretched into a wire. So if something's ductile, you can stretch it into a wire. Malleable is you can bend it or shape it. And its softness, its physical softness, is actually soft enough to be cut with a knife. So if we cut it or we pull it into wire or we hit it with a hammer, it will still be sodium. So they're the physical properties of sodium. It doesn't change the fact that it's sodium, but they are the physical properties of it. Now the chemical properties of sodium are things like it reacts with water and may explode. So if that happens, it will in fact form new chemical compounds when it chemically reacts. It will combine with oxygen at room temperature, and so when it combines with oxygen, it will form sodium oxide, so it will form a brand new chemical compound. So that's again a chemical property. Its flammability is that it does burn with a flame. So if it burns, heat and light is being emitted. That means a chemical reaction is taking place, and so new chemicals are formed. So that's a chemical property of sodium. It reacts with acids to produce hydrogen gas, so it produces a new thing. So that's why it's a chemical property, because a chemical change is taking place. Again, it reacts to form a sodium amalgam, which is just a new product. But when a new product is formed, a chemical change has taken place. So this describes a chemical property of sodium. And if exposed to air, the surface rapidly tarnishes or gets a layer on it. And again, that's a new product is formed. So physical properties describe the properties of a material without the material going through any change. So it's like physical changes of the property, when they'll melt or boil. Chemical properties are the way that chemical will interact with others to form new chemical compounds after a chemical change. So that's a little bit about chemical and physical properties.